Outdoors Delmarva covers everything outdoors,
including real hunting and fishing situations involving wildlife.
We do our best each and every week to keep it tasteful, but discretion is advised.
Now, enjoy the show.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
This week on the show, we're headed out on the mighty Choptank River in Dorchester County. But it's not your typical fishing trip. We'll have some bow fishing fun as we put a target on Cownose Rays. Plus, if these winged wonders aren't on your menu yet, we'll try to change your mind. See what a local chef can do with a filet-o-ray. And the Ocean City Air Show provides thrills thousands of feet in the air. So that's exactly where we'll be when we see these aerobatic all-stars right at their own level.
Right now on Outdoors Delmarva.
Nice fish!
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. And now, here's Mike Parker.
Thanks for watching Outdoors Delmarva. I'm Mike Parker. We'll be checking in with my partner, Captain Willie Dykes, in just a few minutes. And as we start the show off this week, folks, we find ourselves out here on the beautiful Choptank River in Dorchester County, Maryland. And although the water is really nice and calm out here today, I'll tell you, temperature-wise, it's a scorcher with those temps reaching just about 90 degrees, maybe even a little bit hotter as we get into afternoon. Well, you might think we're out here on a late spring, early summer fishing adventure, but you'd only be half right. Yeah, we left the poles at home, and instead, we brought out some more specialized equipment.
After a short, bumpy run from the Cambridge boat landing, we quickly found calm water as we settled into a morning's adventure, today led by our friend Billy Hardesty.
We are on the Choptank River, bow fishing for Cownose stingrays. And we've had a lot of luck in the last few weeks. They're up here spawning, so we're going to give it a shot. As
for giving it a shot, you know, it's a phrase that'll carry some literal meaning.
I got a diamond here, 2008 diamond, the edge with a AMS bow fishing reel.
As the gear these bow fishermen and women will be using is designed to pierce and penetrate, grab on tight, enabling them to crank and reel and then pull in these winged wonders by hand. Here. And for a taste of what we'll be after, bow fisherman Adam Wilson shared this viewer venture cam video from a trip on these parts just a few days earlier, when he and friends Justin and Samantha Marshall from Rhodesdale encountered a handful of these hefty rays, honing their skills for what's become their new obsession, involving a species that has the attention of just about everybody who knows the bay and its tributaries, including Maryland DNR.
Cownose Rays come into the Chesapeake Bay in the spring, usually around Memorial Day, and they come in here to have their pups. They bear live young, much like sharks. And over the years now, we've seen an increased number of Cownose Rays, to the consternation of some of the oyster aquaculture facilities and people who are trying to raise clams, because the Cownose Rays, they'll eat clams and crabs and things like that on the bottom of the bay. You know, you're talking about critters that weigh 40 to 60 pounds.
One theory is that some of the rays' main predators are dropping off. In particular, the now protected inland shark species like sandbar and sand tigers are no longer around in big numbers due to effects of overfishing and other pressure. And as a result, Cownose Rays get a free pass into prime feeding grounds like the Choptank. And what's now become prime hunting grounds for bow fishermen. Tipped off by cloudy, muddied water beneath the surface, Adam's keen eye picked up the movement of our first fish. And after a brief struggle to get within gaff range, it's finally time for an up-close look.
If it gets a little crazy, when we're trying to shoot one, I don't know if you can see that or not. But they say that's how they crush the oysters and clams. If you feel that one time, I mean, it's hard to go up. He's like, no, I'm not going to feel it.
No, I felt it.
Oh my God! Messing with the camera guy, that's not cool. I don't know that I want to go shoving my hands in there, to be honest with you. He's still moving a little bit.
Weary eyes may want to look away, but having a ray this size on the boat can be dangerous. And next step in handling requires the removal of its barbed tail. And while it's perfectly legal to hunt purely for sport and dispatch of the carcass, these fishermen have been harvesting fillets from the area where the wing meets the body.
It's real red before you soak it, but then once you soak it, it gets real white. It's almost like, texture-wise, between like a scallop and a piece of tuna. But there's no fishy taste to it at all. It's just, I like it. It's pretty good.
But the day is young, and as we patrol and drift a section of Stone Line Cove, the hunt is on, and so are the shooters, and it's a double hook. Though as Billy's line succumbs to the strength of the retreating Ray, Adam quickly hauls in another, followed by a successful strike by Brandon.
Came to the front of the boat, and I remember to aim low. That's what you got to do with these things, and suck him right in the wing. Not really a good shot, but luckily it stayed in there long enough for us to gaff him and get him, so we're gonna fillet him now.
Bag design for one stingray fillet.
And with more meat in the cooler, a new shooter takes to the bow.
Yep, new shooters. Introduce yourself.
I'm Katie.
Come on.
Have you done it before, Katie?
Yes, I did last week.
And you got one?
Yeah, I shot 2.
Within minutes, Katie will have her chance when a Cownose Ray comes into sight.
Right there.
But a fumble with the gear will keep her sidelined as Adam stands by ready as a backup. And he sticks it to fish number 3. As Katie's troubles continue, a few misses will drive frustration, while Billy and Adam continue to land knockout punch after punch, bringing a few more rays back to the boat. Finally, with the sun getting higher in the sky, increased visibility may be exactly what Katie needs when a nice ray appears right out front. She pulls back, and it's hooked. The fight is on, and as Brandon keeps tension on the line, Katie can almost smell success when suddenly...
Oh, no!
You did not.
Something gives.
Oh, I don't even know what happened. Why don't you tell him?
It's my fault, yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
But just as the ray will escape for now, this group of bow fishermen and women have found an escape of their own on the water of the mighty Choptank River, on the tail of the Cownose Ray.
Get outdoors, Delmarva!
Coming up next on Outdoors Delmarva, see the Ocean City Air Show like you've never seen it before. We'll get in the cockpit with these aerobatic all-stars. But first, did you know? Cownose rays are a common sight around the Chesapeake Bay in the spring, but there is another species of stingray that pays an occasional visit. What is it? The answer when we come back.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. Sponsored by Ocean City Tourism, Shorts Marine, Shooter's Choice, and Goody's Marine. Outdoors Delmarva will be right back.
Did you know? The Cownose Ray isn't the only type of stingray that visits the Chesapeake Bay.
We do have another stingray here, but it's generally farther down the bay is the southern ray, which has a long tail and that notorious stinger. We don't see too many southern rays up here. Mostly what we see are the Cownose rays.
Did You Know is sponsored by North Bay Marina.
Thanks for watching Outdoors Delmarva. I'm Captain Willie Dykes. The Ocean City Air Show is now in its 5th year, and Chopper 16 here is no stranger to the event. This year, however, we gave her a rest, but we decided to cover the event just the same, but from a slightly different vantage point.
The Ocean City Air Show is quite the crowd pleaser, and it's becoming a big deal for the town itself.
Well, the beach is awesome, the people are awesome, the weather's air's really good. It's just a fun air show to keep coming back to and performing it.
It's a really special place. I don't know if the people of Ocean City and the beachgoers realize, but this is one of the air shows in the United States that has a reputation of being a national event.
With an estimated 250,000 people in Ocean City during the air show weekend, you can almost guarantee that practically every eye was cast skyward.
And here goes a,
There goes a roll. Now, we've covered the air show every year from Chopper 16, and for safety purposes, we're shooting the aircraft from about a quarter mile away. Still, we've gotten some pretty remarkable pictures.
What's your airspeed right now, Jason?
We're about 5 mile an hour below stall speed, so we're kind of hanging on the prop here a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're the first airplane I ever passed.
Well, this year, Chopper Chuck decided to get up close and personal with pilots Rob Holland and Mike Goulian. Chuck's going to start things off by shooting from a chase plane provided by Goulian Aerosports.
Okay, gears coming up.
This will be a good shot right here, Matthew. Mike and Will, loving life, baby. Better than being in Chopper 16 to see it that close up. Those guys were right there on our 5. But I'm telling you, that was just a thrill in the Ocean City Air Show every year. Best show in town.
Well, that's just not close enough for the crew at Outdoors Delmarva. These aircraft are equipped with their own onboard cameras, and we're going to give you a view that you won't see anywhere else. Pilot Mike Goulian is a two-time national aerobatic champion and has represented the United States on the National Unlimited Aerobatic Team 3 times. And today he's giving us a dizzying perspective of Ocean City in his Extra 330 SC. While most ground dwellers are busy craning their necks, Mike's busy just trying not to break his. Camera mounted in the cockpit of his MX-2, aerobatics champion Rob Holland shows us just how physical flying an air show can be. Pulling upwards of 8 Gs is no picnic, and anything above that might lead to loss of consciousness. But with safety in mind, it's all about the wow factor.
Get outdoors, Delmarva.
Get outdoors, Delmarva.
Get outdoors, Delmarva.
Coming up next on Outdoors Delmarva, how do you take a fish that looks as ugly as this and turn it into something that looks as beautiful and tastes as good as this?
Plus, you won't want to miss this week's Scorchy's Corner Classic.
Scorchy's Corner Classics are sponsored by Hook 'em and Cook 'em Outfitters.
Today our story is about 3 guys who are home on the range.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Thanks for watching Outdoors Delmarva. I'm Mike Parker. And so folks, earlier in the show, we were here in Dorchester County, but out on the Choptank River, where we joined a group of bow fishermen on the hunt for Cownose Rays. But have you ever thought, I'd like to eat a Cownose Ray myself? Well, to answer the question, can you eat it and are they good, is our friend Chef Patrick Fanning with the High Spot right here in Cambridge, Maryland. Hey, Patrick.
How you doing today, Mike?
Real good.
Good.
What's on the plate?
This is a wing of the ray. It's been soaked in water for probably about 24 hours, and then we've rubbed it. We've got our barbecue spice rub in here, some brown sugar, some salt, a little bit of chili peppers, all kinds of powders in there.
All right, so it's got a nice color from the rub. And what's the approach here today? What's our cooking technique?
We got about half hickory and half mesquite wood down there. I'm probably going to smoke it for about an hour and a half 175 to 200 degrees maximum. And then we're going to pull it apart and we're going to make some beautiful Ray tacos. All right, so now we're going to stick it in for about, I would say, maximum be an hour and a half. If you can look, it's at about 185 in its temperatures. Fish you don't want to cook too hot because then you'll just kind of turn it to mush. Stand back from the smoke.
Smells so good.
We're going to lock it back up. We let the smoke do the work. If you mess with it, then you're going to lose all the smoke. The smoke's what's cooking it. So if you open it, where'd all the smoke go? Just for fun, I smoked some russet potatoes in there. I thought we could make some smoked potato French fries.
All right, Patrick, we're here in the dining room right now, and look at that beautiful smoked piece of Cownose Ray. That looks wonderful. Right next to it, that side dish of smoked potatoes, and it looks like we got a setup here for some Cownose Ray tacos.
Well, the nice thing about tacos is now that all the work's up to you. All right?
Okay, good.
We got you some pico de gallo, we got you some mango salsa, some romaine lettuce, some smoked cheddar, and some chili aioli. And it wouldn't be complete at the high spot without something with bacon, so we got bacon ketchup for you.
Wonderful,
so,
bacon ketchup. Some of the toppings, a little bit of each. That looks like just about the perfect party food and the way to top off a perfect Cownose Ray bow fishing adventure. I guess all it's left to do is taste it. Here goes nothing. You've got to be kidding me. An animal that looks like that tastes this good? Patrick Fanning, the high spot. You've outdone yourself.
Thank you very much, man.
I think a lot of people out there in the bow fishing community and in general are not going to be nearly as afraid of stingrays and skates as they once were, knowing that a little bit of careful smoking and a neat application like tacos can turn them into something with an Eastern Shore twist on some wonderful aquatic cuisine. Enjoy.
And now, it's time to check in with an old friend. Here's this week's Scorchy's Corner Classic.
Today, our story is about three guys who are home on the range. Not the range where the buffalo roam and the deer and the antelope play, but the pistol range. John Manship and Eddie Cathell of the Delaware State Police and Gerald Beanie Cordry of the Sussex Correctional Institution could be called without any reservations straight shooters.
The highest rank in the nation is a high master class, of which I am in that class. The next class down being the master class. Beanie and Eddie are both in that class.
When you stop to consider that Annie Oakley, Daniel Boone, and Wyatt Earp were mere experts, it will give you a pretty good inkling of just how well these very active members of the Delaware Law Enforcement Marksmanship Association can shoot. Scorchy toes wandering our Delmarvelous land for WBOC News.
Coming up next on Outdoors Delmarva, we'll visit with our friends here at Shooter's Choice in Dover, where summertime is shooting sports time. And we'll show you all the gear you need to get out on the range.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Thanks for watching Outdoors Delmarva. I'm Mike Parker, back here again with our friends from Shooter's Choice, always on target with all of your firearms needs. Conveniently located right here on Route 13 in Dover, Delaware. And joining me right now, Beth Parsons with Shooter's Choice. Hey, Beth.
Hey, Mike. It's good to see you.
Good to see you again. Thanks for having us up. Always enjoy checking out the shop.
I love having you.
Well, we're here in summertime. Hunting might be pretty far from our minds right now, but shooting isn't. And one way to keep that gun in our hands all year round is to get out on the range, maybe some skeet, maybe some trap shooting, sporting clays. How can you hook me up?
Oh, we have quite a large variety here. As you can see, we start off with our pumps and our semi-autos, 12 gauge, 20 gauge.
Well, I see a semi-auto that's already caught my eye over on the wall. Let's check out that Remington CTI.
This is a Remington CTI. It's an automatic, very beautiful gun.
Yeah, look at that styling on there. Really nice. Check out the carbon fiber. As they say, sometimes looking good, Beth, will make you shoot good too. Some people just prefer a pump. What do you have up there on the wall?
Well, my favorite is this Remington 870. This is a classic trap, special edition with the gold accent trigger and all.
870. People love the Wingmaster name. You're going to love this modern version.
You know what, Mike? Don't wait till next time you come to the range to get your clays,
right,
because they do go fast. Yep. These are biodegradable. They're flashy orange so you can see them. and they go quick.
You've got them by the caseload here at Shooter's Choice.
We do.
135 of these won't last me very long. All right, Beth, so here at Shooter's Choice, we know you guys stress safety, so whether you're practicing on your indoor range here in the store or out there at the club shoot, eye and ear protection are vital.
Yes, they are very important. You only get one chance. These are some of our electronic muffs. Those happen to be the Howard Light, really, really popular. The idea behind that is you can go on the range or you can be out in the field and you can still hear each other talk.
All right.
But the noise of the gun will be muffled.
And as we know, Beth, shooting sports aren't just for the guys. Plenty of ladies love some time on the range too.
They sure do.
They love to show off that pink.
Yes, they do. And we have a wide variety of pink things here. We have handgun bags, to pink champagne electronic earmuffs, and the pink target loads, of course.
All right, Beth Parsons with Shooter's Choice. Now that we know you can hook us up with everything we need for those summer shooting sports, I guess the only thing left to do is get out on the range.
That's right, Mike, and we'll see you out there.
You got it. When it comes to everything from hunting needs to shooting sports to personal protection and education, Shooter's Choice on Route 13 in Dover, Delaware, always on target with all of your firearms needs in any season. And we'll be right back.
Coming up next on Outdoors Delmarva, your latest viewer videos and pictures.
Outdoors Delmarva viewer pictures are sponsored by Shorts Marine. This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. Sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Shorts Marine. Shooter's Choice. And Goody's Marine.
It's time now to take a look at some of the pictures and videos sent in by our own Outdoors Delmarva viewers.
Mike, Captain Willie, how you doing? It's Bill Justice, Aztec Boat Sports Fishing President. Out here for Texas Kid Fishing Derby. One more year, still loving it, still enjoying it.
And it turned out to be a good weekend to learn surf fishing, with several fish caught and lucky youngsters receiving prizes.
Get outdoors, Delmarva.
Captain Bob Trowbridge hosted a group of anglers aboard the Captain's Lady out of Bowers Beach this past weekend. By the looks of it, there'll be plenty of flounder on the table, bringing home 12 keepers. Tommy McDonald of Seaford headed over to the Potomac in search of invasive snakeheads. Here's Tommy's dad, Tom, with his snakehead, too. And congratulations to Andrew Wirtz Jr. This young angler took first place in the age 4 to 7 bracket of the recent Millsboro Youth Fishing Tournament.
So for my buddy Mike Parker, I'm Captain Willie Dykes, reminding you to get outdoors, Delmarva.
Well, you might think of New England as prime lobster catching territory, but it's here in Ocean City, Maryland, that a group of lobster fishermen hauled in a pretty rare catch.
For the crew of the Potluck, based out of the West Ocean City Harbor, catching thousands of crabs and lobsters each week is standard practice. After all, putting food on your table is how they put food on theirs.
Typical week in the spring, summertime, early spring, summertime this time of year. 1,000 pounds of lobster, 6,000 pounds of crabs. That's a decent haul.
So, while out at sea earlier this week,
there he is,
finding this in one of their pots,
blue lobster,
had them clawing for words.
People should see them. They don't know. They don't even know that we catch lobster here in Maryland.
A genetic pigment mutation thought to occur in only 1 out of every 2 million lobsters. Amazingly, Captain John Gorley and mate Tim Alinskis have seen such a catch before, about 9 years ago, as they recall. But that blue lobster didn't survive long after a long journey home in a holding tank with thousands of its typical red and brown colored counterparts.
Here we are, transporting the little guy. Boy, his tail's getting weak. Blue lobster. Holy cow! We're gonna go stick him in the tank. I've never seen a blue one.
So this time around, this male American lobster lifted from the Washington Canyon more than 100 miles off the coast of Ocean City is being treated with care and with special instructions.
Hey, don't sell this guy, okay?
So sure, that holding tank at the seafood house across the harbor is fine for now, but what are the long-term plans for Ocean City, Maryland's newest, most famous crustacean? Well, some of the guys aboard the Potluck say maybe hook up with an aquarium and put him on display. Others say a return trip to the Atlantic where he came from might be more appropriate. Reporting from West Ocean City, Worcester County, I'm Mike Parker reminding you to get outdoors, Delmarva.